Welcome back to the After Party Podcast. And today we have Ron / Adrianna Exposée / Miss Flash 2026.
All the titles.
All the titles.
You've heard us talk about her so much on the other episodes, and today we're like, we need to bring her here. She needs to talk about all the juice in her own words. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Welcome to the after party. Thanks for having me.
This is the vibe after the event, right?
Yeah, exactly,
This is like
exactly.
where we go at 2 a.m. We're just like, oh my God, let's keep girl.
Yeah. We're actually filming this. It's what, 4 a.m.?
Yeah, it's about 4 a.m.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
about 4 a.m.
We have all the lighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Okay, so maybe let's chat a little bit about how we met originally.
Yeah, I think
Our story.
our origin story, literally. Someone needs to put it in like a picture book and sell it.
Because this is like 3 years on.
I know what we met in like 23 or 24.
24. It was
Yeah.
24. That was for North of Wickstock.
Yeah, so I think
We
you
should do a
guys.
throwback photo. There should be a photo on the screen.
Absolutely,
Favorite
absolutely.
photo here. But we met you because I remember Jake had said there's this cool drag DJ you should meet. But then also I remember you were messaging me and like engaged on our Instagram, and I was like, who's this Barbie girl?
DJ Barbie.
I
another
like
name.
this girl's from Ottawa, but like she wants to be a part of it.
Oh, yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, who am I to say no?
No, I was like, this is perfect. A drag queen and a DJ. I'm like, this is exactly what we need.
And I'm a
Super
huge stand for Trixie Mattel. So like I'm always kind of looking to bring that energy here.
I love that, yeah. I remember you worked with Jake, right?
Yes.
And I knew Jake from hitting on him in like the bar a few years ago.
Yeah.
I love that.
And so I remember there was this gig that came up and he was like, yeah, you should connect with Marco and Jesse. And so glad we were able to
Make it happen.
make it happen, yeah. We were just talking about this actually off camera, like there's like no drag DJs. Like
It's a market that needs to be
Niche
tapped.
market.
yeah.
So all of you drag queens out there who are like, I want something else to do, learn how to DJ.
Yeah, stop with the horrible stunts and just learn to DJ.
The flips.
The flips.
Every time someone does a flip, I have like a heart attack. I'm like, oh no, is she okay?
I know, me too.
Are your knees okay? Because my knees hurt.
I feel like it's important to have a party trick these days.
Well, oh my gosh, the audience just wants to be wowed.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do to bring your own wow factor, but I still want to personalize wow factor.
100%.
So, first, 2024, we had North of Wickstock. There was our lovely drag festival where we had an amazing Canadian talent come out to support and wow the audience. And then last year we had Solid Red Disco with Denna, who came in from Montreal, and you as our host and DJ again, because hey, we love the vibes and she brings the party, come on. And we were talking about it in a previous episode. That was like the hottest day in June / the summer. And
That was the hottest day in the world. I was wearing red latex. That thing had to be cut off of me.
all the drag queens, we were like sweating, but it's fine.
It was crazy.
It was great. In the end.
We brought the Miami heat.
And now this year we have another event which we'll touch base on at the end a little bit later. But how, from that's how we know you. How did you first start?
Like in drag?
Yes. Like what was your beginnings? Humble.
Your origin story.
Humble beginnings, I'm sure.
Sorry. Well, many years ago. I started drag young. I started at 17, and so I'm coming up on like 10 years now, which is
That's
insane.
crazy.
The drag was very, very baby. Like, girl, like, I always say I would not keep up if I started today, because like the girls come out looking so beautiful. And I'm like, I was ugly for years, like years and years and years. Yeah, I was putting my twist on the art. But I had a friend actually named Carlos, and he was doing drag, and I remember I saw him in like an amateur competition. I was like, oh, like, what is this? I love this. And I messaged him being like, hey, like, are you still doing drag? And he lied to me. He said, no, I'm not. Like, I think that's weird now. I don't do drag anymore. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I would love to try it out. He was like, oh my God, girl, we're doing it next week. Like, and he wrote me out, like, this was before like all the YouTube tutorials. And so he wrote me like a handwritten instruction sheet of like how to get makeup on, and like
That's so
it was
cute.
so
That's
cute.
very vintage.
I remember very vintage, very
Like
vintage.
on pencil and paper.
Like
Make it
handed
sound
me a
so
note.
old school.
Yeah.
But I'll never
Back
forget, I
in
was
the
like, this
days.
is so nice. And I actually referenced it for a while. I remember like the draw concealer in a triangle under your eyes. It's like, okay, I'll try that. And then I was moving to Ottawa soon for school after that. And I remember I had just like one bag, like a duffel bag full of drag. And I was like, I guess I'm like stuck doing this now. Cause like I already bought like $400 worth of things.
Once you get started, you just gotta keep going.
I agree.
It's just like, you know, even with us on the YouTube, like you just gotta keep posting, you know, and then we'll make it big one day.
I think so. I think it's right around the corner.
You gotta believe in yourself too.
Yeah. I could like just streak in the background if that'll help you with views. Just like, pretend you don't know me and I'll.
LOL.
Anything for the views.
Anything for the views. Yeah.
And are they still doing drag? Oh, you bet him, eh? You outpaced him?
I know, which is so funny because he always was like the older sister, so I felt like I was trying to catch up. But he'll message me now and then saying like, "Hey, we should dress up again." I'm like,
You're like, I'm always dressed up.
I'm always dressed up against my will.
So, but I mean, it's not just DJing, drag. List, please. I know you have officiant on there. You have photo booth on there. I can go to you for anything, and you got it.
Oh yeah. I always say I'll accept the gig and then figure it out.
Oh, I love that. You're a businesswoman.
Absolutely. I'm like, if I feel it's like something I can realistically do, I'll do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What drives you, or like what kind of made you think about all these waves of opportunity?
I think that's a great question. I think I was working with a lot of like middlemen. So if I was doing a gig, sometimes someone would ask me, "Oh, can you do this my wedding ceremony?"
Right.
But then I wasn't legally allowed to like do that, so it was all symbolic. So I'd have to bring in somebody else to sign the papers.
Got it.
And eventually I was like, wow, I'm like losing a lot of like time and money coordinating with this other person.
Right.
So I just did this officiating course for, I think it was like 6 months. It wasn't that long.
Oh, was it like
Oh,
they
wow.
a thing online kind of thing?
Yeah, I thought it was quicker than that.
course.
That's amazing.
It's really strict in Ontario. There was a weekend course you could do, but they take a huge cut of what you make, those ones. So like I really had to shop around and find a ministry that worked for me. But yeah, I know, I thought the same thing before I looked into it. I was like, yeah, it's just like you go online and get your certificate like in the States, but we're really strict here in Canada. Yeah. So I think just, yeah, right? It's
good to know for all of our future wedding clients, we have our own officiants.
Exactly.
Yes. Not just a drag queen, but how about a drag queen officiating?
How cool would it be? Like you go from an officiant to like the DJ for the reception. You're like wedding and reception done.
I see it on your Instagram when you do it. I'm like, that's freaking amazing.
It's the best. So, like what I do is when I marry them, I'll have like a tuxedo kind of dress and I'll tear it off. Like this is optional. It's only if my clients kind of want it, but I don't want to like make it all about me necessarily.
No, this episode is all about you, babe.
I love it.
Please, go in.
Like in my drag fantasy, like I have the tuxedo outfit and I rip it off and I go, let the reception begin.
Begin,
and there's
babe.
like a different outfit underneath.
I'm obsessed.
And your outfits are always amazing. Everyone's
I
like, I
love
wonder what
that.
she's up to today. Wonder what she's gonna provide.
Yeah.
I do love your tuxedo outfit. though.
Thank
It's
you,
Stunning.
thank
It looks so
you.
good with your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just went over all the rules that you play in someone's wedding, and I think you could use you for everything. Is it just you, or do you have a team?
I tend to have a team if I'm doing my photo booth. So like, cause she's a little bit heavy, and so the setup.
And you only have 2 hands,
I
2
only
feet.
yeah, and one big.
So, do you have one role that you like? I'm like, oh my, you're like, yes, I love this kind of booking. That's my thing. And then one way that's maybe like, oh, that's a little bit more stressful. You just said like the photo booth is like a lot more to like carry and stuff.
It's a great question. Let's say I'll start with my least favorite, so we can end on like a positive note.
But still, book them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not that I don't love it, but like, let's say I don't have any help.
Yes.
Least favorite is the photo booth, because I need to set it up. I'm like sweating while I'm in drag.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's like, it's too much. She's like a big 6-foot mirror,
Yeah.
and so I'm just like,
It's the mirror booth.
it's the mirror booth,
Oh,
yeah.
I do like a mirror booth.
We love, like she looks amazing. She's beautiful, but if I'm by myself, that's not the
Do you
best.
have a name for her?
I don't. Oh my God, should I call it
People
like?
name their cars.
What about I combine your names and she's Messy, the mirror booth?
Why have I never thought about our combined name as
Do you like
Messy?
that?
I love that.
Okay, that's her
So
name.
now we have to book Messy.
Her name is Messy. Yeah, book
I'm
Messy.
obsessed.
Let's book Messy.
Let's put her on the site. Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
You get us as a side piece.
Period.
We come with.
I love that. Okay. What's your favorite role?
My favorite, I'd say, okay, if I see a booking come into the email and it says, hey, I'd love to book you to officiate my wedding, then MC the reception and perform. I think that's my little dream combo because I'm not bringing any equipment. Like, do you know? So I'm just like, okay, like, have my 2 outfits. I'm gonna start in this one, and in this one, what do I need for the ceremony? Like a pen and a piece of paper. And a microphone for later on. Just like, I'm good to go, baby.
So you're like, drag is like the best.
Yeah, I think so.
You love being in drag. You love just going, showing up, doing the gig, kicking the split,
Kicking the split, exactly.
and then going home to your kitty.
I think so.
I think that's a good move.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I love DJing and I love the photo booth and all that, but like, the less I have to set up, the better.
Oh yeah, and when you're booking, book the full service. Okay?
Yeah, full service.
With Cazador Events, 1+1. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll plan and we'll get her involved. Okay.
Literally.
Just give us a call to give them a call.
Yeah, I'll have my phone
We'll
on.
get the equipment there.
CazadorEvents.com.
We will help bring the equipment.
Perfect.
And that will make your life a lot easier.
Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
AI
nice
could never.
puppy.
AI
could never. Seriously.
From these couples, like, what do you think is the most stressful, or what makes a wedding, like, what, in your advice, like, what would be making it more personal and less traditional?
Okay, so I'd say if you're trying to make a wedding more personal and less traditional, my biggest thing is start time. Like, people don't think about this, but your guests don't want to be at a wedding for 12 hours.
That's true.
You know, and people feel like they have to do it. They feel like there's, I don't know what it is. They feel like their ceremony needs to start really early in the afternoon and it needs to go until like 3 a.m. with the dance floor. To me, like, I'm in my 20s and I'm like, I can barely do an 8-hour wedding. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not even working it. Like, I love being there if I'm working it, but like attending it.
Attending it is difficult too.
It's like attending it wins me more than when I work a wedding. Like, I'm like, I don't care. Like, you're paying me basically by the hour. Like, make it long, bud. But like,
Make it 20 hours.
make it 20 hours.
Make
But
it a few days.
like, truly, I'm like, your wedding could start at 6 and it could easily be over by like 11:30.
I love that.
And I think everyone will thank you for it.
Yeah.
And if you want an after party, come here.
Exactly.
Imagine the South Asian weddings were like 10 days long.
Oh my gosh.
I died.
I love that.
They're long.
It's 10 days.
Yeah.
I think my favorite wedding I've seen, though, in terms of being, I guess this is still traditional, but it's not a tradition I'd seen, is like, there's a Filipino wedding, and while you do your first dance, they shove money into your suit and into your dress.
It's a little draggy.
I'm saying, and I almost felt weird doing my performance after. I was like, do they have any left over?
Do they have any cash left over? But then you have your purse that has the tap option.
Exactly.
Innovator.
Innovative. Don't hate the
Everyone
player,
always
hate the game.
comments
Just
about
tap.
that one.
Tap, tap, tap.
Just tap, tap, tap.
A little bit more in the weddings. In your opinion, what makes queer weddings special in their own way? Like, what makes them different?
I think the wedding party always looks a little bit different. You don't necessarily have groomsmen or bridesmaids on each side. Like, sometimes I've seen a mix, which is really nice. Like, I know when I get married, I would love to have like guys and girls, and I'm sure we would all have friends that fit both categories, right?
Yes.
So I find the parents are always like really chill, which is like, I mean, in my experience, I've almost like
I
walked.
feel like, yeah, they probably just have been so accepting. They're like, anything, come on, let's open arms.
Completely.
Yeah, they're ready to like, engage with the new family probably at that point. I mean, like, it's a new journey for everyone.
I think so too. And I mean, there's always great music taste at a queer wedding, always a lot of food, which I appreciate, and always an open bar. I've noticed that consistently. Yeah.
So you don't get any of the gays that are being like non-alcoholics.
There's no healthy matcha days right now.
I recently had 2 gay clients actually, and they said, like, I give them a questionnaire to fill out for the DJ intake, and I'm like, oh, like, what kind of music do you want to hear? Is there anybody you really want to see on the dance floor? And they just said the gays. And like a little rainbow emoji. I'm like, yeah, that's who I would be worried about too. Because they're gonna.
Jeez, I love that. Okay, cool. What do you think people outside of the community get wrong about drag queens? What's the biggest misconception out there?
Yeah, I should have asked you guys, are we going dirty on this podcast or no?
Yeah, you can.
It's the after party.
I want to know.
That's what I mean. I'm like,
Is it a
It's the
dirty
after
thing? I want to
party.
know.
it's not like dirty, but it's sexual.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
We're not
What-
bleeping.
Is it people kind of think you're a doll kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated that.
Yeah.
Like across the board.
Yeah. And people always think you're like a bottom,
Yeah.
which,
It's well.
hell no. Yeah. Hell no.
You got Butchie Butch over here.
I saw this meme that made me die earlier. It was like, I hate when drag queens pretend to be masculine. Like, we all know you're a crossy baby. I was like, yes, exactly.
Speak your mind, honey.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people think I'm somehow like inherently like sexual in what I do.
Right.
Which is interesting because like between us girls, like I've never done anything in drag like that way.
Not many drag queens actually have when
It's
I
a
hear
lot
people talking about it on
clothing.
the podcast.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff, and like, you know, when you're all glammed up, you're not like, I'm gonna go waste this on some man who's like gonna grab me by the ponytail and
Yeah,
have
a
his
We
lot
way
can't
of-
have the
with
wig being injured.
me. Hell no.
A lot of what I've heard is like the stickiness, the sweatiness. You have to take all of your like everything off, and it's just like gross by the time you're
It's disgusting.
But there are some people who fetishize that.
It's true. It's just not for me.
No,
Like,
I know, yeah.
I don't want to smell myself while that's happening.
I know.
But like to that point, like I think a lot of people think it's inherently sexual, so they think like if I'm at an event, some people just assume that I'm there as like a hooker,
Right.
which
Oh,
I'm
boils
flattered.
my blood.
I'm flattered.
That's like
but,
one very niche sector of drag, but it's not all of drag.
No. Like, and I mean, I would love to be able to charge for that, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, again, that's like not
Not your
my
problem.
gig. Yeah, that's not my gig.
That's not part of the titles.
No. I guess I'll have to get on like the dark web. And, yeah. No, but I mean, I think people think I'm like less of a bro than I am. Like, do you know what I mean? Like for me, I like being like a pretty dude. Like I don't ever think I'm like a woman, but I think it's actually funny to like play up being a little masculine in drag. But people don't get that. They like walk up to you and they're like, diva, like, which is so nice. But I'm like, oh, it's cool, man.
And then you speak, and it's like this deep voice.
I know.
Oh my god, I love it. People are like, oh, I like her.
That's my
It's like
favorite.
we're in them all. We love them all.
I used to want to be like a really short like guy because I knew this queen in Ottawa when I lived there. She was beautiful, like beautiful. She was so little, and she had tiny little features and like a feminine voice. And I was like, oh, I want to look just like her, like be very passable. But now I love it. I love towering over people.
I was like, meanwhile, you're like, what is your height?
I'm 6 feet, but
Yeah.
then I guess in drag like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, I was like, you tower.
It's the best.
It's
It's
so
the
nice.
best.
Sometimes what I love about like a drag queen is like the elements that are different, like that your height and like when you go down, what if it is the splits or it is any of your moves, like it really makes an impact. It's because of like it's not just any other woman. She's a different kind of woman.
She's a different. she's got a Snickers in her
And that's
pocket
like
for later.
that's the stage presence to me. That's like what brings the drag to life.
I
You know?
agree.
Okay, and so I mentioned earlier you are Miss Flash 2026. Is it the first?
The first ever Miss
Okay,
Flash.
congrats.
Thank
I
you.
was there the day you won, and it was honestly, I was like, that's the right decision. You get him.
Thank you, baby. Thank
I
you.
was supporting, I was cheering in there. Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
You put a great show on. That being said, you know, this isn't your first rodeo. What trends are you seeing in nightlife right now that you're loving, and what do you think needs to absolutely disappear?
Ooh. I think we'd all kind of be here for an earlier club start time, because like clubs close at 2.
Maybe for the older audience.
I'm saying.
Must I go out at 12?
I'm saying, but it's like by the time you're there and you're actually like, I don't know, if you were pre-drinking, by the time you're feeling it, it's like 12:30.
Right.
You have what, like an hour and 30 minutes, especially if you're single, to like try and find someone to like validate you for the night. Like,
Right?
Hello.
So I used to still kind of do whenever I'm like planning a night, I'll actually have the pre till like 11 and then go out. But then I'm also more so planning on like going after hours. So like at 2, I go to Vertigo.
I leave after the pre. I'm like 11 p.m. It's good night. I would love a club that starts at 8. You know, that is perfectly primed by 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would be there.
I like to be active between 2 to 4.
That is my REM sleep.
Yeah. Oh my God, she's at the witching hour.
So sometimes I'll go out a little later to start because I'm like, I'm gonna be out till 4.
Okay.
You get both. You get all types of people here.
Yeah. We can start at our 8 p.m. party and then close out at your 4 a.m.
And then I'll
one.
meet you, you know, for
Yeah.
your closing.
We'll switch shifts.
Yeah,
There you
we'll
go.
do shifts.
And then we'll meet here for the after party podcast.
Yes,
To talk about
exactly.
Or, you know, the morning.
In the
I'll
morning.
be up in the morning.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I guess you
Oh.
asked me what's a trend I like
Yes.
too. I like. Ooh, I found there's a lot of really great DJs actually out right now, like at least in the gay village. Like
I mean, in general.
in general, yeah. Like when I
Like top 40 even.
yeah, even top 40. I'm like yeah, like period. I think that's been really great.
Do you have some DJs that you want to shout out in the community?
I've been enjoying DJ Sophie Jones.
Oh, Sophie Jones is always killing it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Always a fan fave.
I've recently met DJ Sam.
Okay.
And at Flash, actually, he was really great.
Cool.
And I haven't heard you play yet, Mitch.
You're at DJ Mitch? Oh my God. You gotta tell the event planners we can hire you. This year, for 2026, we are presenting Prep Your Skin for Pride, hosted by Adrianna Exposée in collaboration with Kiehl since 1851 and Cazador Events. It's gonna be honestly the time that we've been waiting for. It's a free event, so RSVP now. There's limited RSVPs. It's gonna be at the Toronto Eaton Centre, Kiehl's boutique. It's gonna be a whole pampering service. So you're gonna come in after the mall closes. So you're getting an experience that you would really never get outside of this very limited experience. We're gonna have a drag, DJ, and host walking around doing her thing, playing the gigs, you know? And then we're gonna have the skin pros out there testing your skin, seeing all the things that you need to be prepped for Pride.
I'm excited that this one's going to be indoors.
Oh my God.
What are you most excited about for this event?
Definitely same. Yeah, I remember the last event we did. We were talking about how hot it was. That was crazy.
Exactly.
So definitely being indoors would be great. And I think, like you said, spots are really limited. So I think it'll be great to meet some people that are clearly like really interested in coming out to an event, especially like if it's free. Hopefully it's somebody who maybe hasn't had access to like an event like this before. That would be great.
Free skincare.
Free skincare.
Free party.
Free party. I'm gonna send this around to some girls. Be like, you need the skincare. You need the
Exactly.
skincare. You need the skincare.
Get your skin prepped.
Get your skin prepped
'Cause-
with pride.
At the end
Now.
of the day, don't we all want to look cute for that Pride Parade? You know, we're all trying
For
to.
the whole month.
We're all trying
you
to
gotta prep your skin for the whole month.
This is gay Christmas.
It is gay Christmas.
All the gays are coming to town. We need to strut our shit, you know, strut our stuff. We need to look fabulous. Our skin needs to be glowing. And Kiehl's has everything you need.
Oh, she said full ad. She said full ad, baby.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, hashtag ad. And this summer with Kiehl's. But speaking of Kiehl's, I think that's the other part I'm really excited for is to meet the team because I know you guys work really closely with them.
Yes, we're getting attention from like the national sales team too. So it's really cool to kind of get more than just the Toronto attention. It's like Kiehl's is now paying attention to us from a wider lens. And I think we're here to break the system.
Oh, Jesus. We're just breaking everything.
He has a 4 a.m. shift to get to.
Okay, that being said, where can people find you on the socials, in the streets, in people's beds?
All the locations.
All the locations. I'm currently doing my residence at Steamworks. No, just kidding.
I was like, I didn't know someone across the street
Yeah.
from Flash.
I'm local. No, I guess I am doing my residency at Flash. I'm there once a week right now.
What night?
It rotates,
Oh,
so
that's
I
fun.
kind of get my pick.
What about during Pride in June? If people are coming to Toronto, where should they stop? What day should they stop by? Is there any specific events you're like, you need to come?
Well, definitely June 7th.
June 7th,
June
for sure, at
7th.
the Toronto Eaton Centre,
Yes.
Kiehl's Boutique.
Yes, but aside from June 7th at the Toronto Eaton Centre, Kiehl's Boutique, I'm doing a couple of shows June 19th. I'm DJing somewhere.
Love.
I have to check my calendar, and then I'll also be somewhere on Church and Wellesley. They haven't told me the location yet, but I know we're
On that day.
moving. Yeah, on that same day. So that'll be a busy day for me. Oh, and I'll be at Drag Ball June 27th. I'll be DJing 1 hour before everyone comes on, which is awesome because
That's really cool.
That's a big deal.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. And between us girls, like I often lose money on Pride like performances.
I was like, you just get cash away.
Well, because you hire like dancers and visuals and stuff.
And you go in.
Yeah, and I like to go in because I'm like, I do end up getting people that will hire me off that.
Yeah.
But like, getting to DJ and actually like keep the show fee, I'm like,
Because you don't have to do dancers this year because it's just DJ.
it's just me. Like
oh my
I'll
God.
do visuals and that's it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because of course when you hire DJ, like dancers, it's a whole.
Yeah, it's a whole production
Wait, that-
costume.
you're gonna be truly like Trixie Mattel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Should I just like show the hairy legs? Like yeah.
I love that. No, oh my God. It's gonna be a great show. We've talked about kind of in previous episodes how Pride, the organization, does a really great job in organizing it and making sure everyone's like really riled up and excited. Again, our gay Christmas.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Continue being present.
And so on the socials, what's your handle?
Yes, you can find me everywhere at Drag Barbie. TikTok with an extra E because some girl stole it before I could claim it.
That bitch.
That bitch. That bitch. And she tags me in her videos too.
No
so
way.
I know it was a targeted attack. Yeah. I know.
Sorry to hear that. But
No, that's okay.
Just with an E.
Just with an E, yeah.
Just one extra E.
And yeah, everything goes through the website, www.adriannaexposée.com.
Did you get that? And you can find us at cazadorevents.com. You can book us or tell us to call her and we got you. Come to Pride, June 7th at the Kiehl's Boutique in the Toronto Eaton Centre. It's the After Dark experience. Prep your skin for Pride, baby. And without further ado, we'll say,
Thanks for watching the After Party Podcast.